Welcome to the Dennis and Judi Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, Value City NJ, with 9 locations in New Jersey or online at valuecitynj.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the show so you'll never miss a minute. New Jersey 101.5.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Parks Casino and Sportsbook, New Jersey, chime time. 10:08. It's the Dennis and Judi Show. I'm Dennis Malloy.
I'm Judy Franco. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
You look very nice, but very studious, librarian-ish, with your hair is up in a bun. But don't take it down. It looks great.
Yeah, right. Just don't make fun of me today because I'm
make advice. You look nice.
Day.
You look studious. You look intelligent.
Okay, but there are days when you make fun of me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we've had those. Looks like she's been partying with 7 Trenton hookers mornings as well. Remember those?
Well, today's not one of them.
Okay.
All right. So you look well. I talked to my accountant over the weekend. He said, yeah, everybody was sick for Easter. And one of his sons, who lives down in Virginia, had COVID.
Okay.
It's like, so what'd you do? It's like, he stayed away, you know. But everybody else has a cold, a cold, a cold. Now, finally, Rutgers University, after being shamed by Declan O'Scanlan, your state Senate representative, Judy.
Mine.
Yes. No, he's your Monmouth County. And one of the very few who make sense and fight for what's right for the people of New Jersey. Well, it's ridiculous. Everybody else is in that stupid clown show where they're just doing what is good for them. But
right.
O'Scanlan and a handful of others really fight to get rid of some of the nonsense that we have to deal with in this state. And one of it is what Rutgers had a vaccine mandate still for its students and faculty and staff. And they finally, as of yesterday, dropped it. Thank God. Now, over the weekend, you and I both separately received boxes of COVID test kits.
It was so funny. Mark walks in with it from the mailbox, and he's like, what is this? And I was like, oh, my God, it looks like COVID test. And he, dropped it on the bed like he didn't want to touch it. He, just dropped it. And I'm like, you're not going to catch COVID from looking at it. He goes, no, I just don't want to be involved in this anymore. He's like, should I throw them away? I was like, no, just keep them because, I don't know, just keep them. I told him to keep them. Am I crazy?
Yeah, I'm keeping them.
Oh, guess what? He went to the doctor, I'm not going to really exaggerate. Could have been 3 weeks ago. Had a cough, wouldn't go away. The doctor made him take a COVID test before he went.
Before he went to the doctor?
Before he went to the doctor.
Well, that's what the question...
Come on.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that question since Rutgers has dropped it, and they're as far left and as stubborn.
Ground zero for stupid ideas.
But please do not hesitate to send your children there for lots of money. Do you still know people who are hanging on to the COVID thing? Whether it's a relative of yours that wouldn't come over for Easter, somebody that's still wearing a mask. The mask thing, I kind of get because if you're in public, you don't know what's floating out there, COVID, whatever. You just don't want to get sick. I know a girl works at the supermarket. Got COVID, was sick 2 months in a row, sick. Might have been COVID, might have been something else. Wears a mask, she's a cashier. Wears a mask at the supermarket because she said, I don't just want to get sick anymore. I'm not a COVID crazy, I just don't want to get sick anymore. I get it. But do you...
Yeah, but I don't even get that because if it doesn't stop COVID, how does it stop a cold?
It doesn't stop anything. It does.
You know what I mean?
It really doesn't stop anything. But for some reason, it gives people a sense of I'm doing something, some sort of security.
I know, but when you're working at a grocery store and touching everything that everybody else touched,
Yeah, oranges,
and touched to their
box of
mouths and
tampons, tinfoil,
Yeah.
and you're touching.
you could wear a mask of freaking armor and you're still getting the germs in you and on you. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you still know people who hang on to the COVID thing? And do COVID regulations have anything to do with your world? If you went to Rutgers or taught there, up until yesterday, they did. But I think Declan O'Scanlan, because he put out a scathing press release about a month ago saying, this is outrageous and stupid. And all right, so maybe somebody in there listen. I didn't think it would have an effect because they don't listen. They're insane.
I know, it's surprising. It's really surprising when something turns around like this. It was just very recently that somebody was telling us that she was sending her kid to Rutgers and she didn't know what to do because she didn't want to give him the
vaccine,
the shot. And this wasn't that long ago, Dennis. Whoever that is probably, she was making her son apply to schools that didn't require it, and there were very few. And the kid got into Rutgers, and she was like, oh, my God, I guess he's going to have to go and get this shot. It was very recent.
Well, have you changed your mind on the shot, too? I mean, that's a big question. Like, people who were like, yeah, well, I want to be protected, and I don't know what this thing could do. And they got the shot, or they were forced by their
Nobody's
employer.
going to admit. I will pay $500 to anybody who calls here and says they got it and they regret it. I mean,
the previous offer is only figment of your imagination. It's not real money will not be exchanged.
I mean, I could send them, Dennis and Judi money. We have plenty of that in the prize.
We're
closet.
flush with Dennis and Judi cash.
Well, it's like this. It's this. It's like Monopoly money.
Right. Got your
By the
picture
way,
of it.
we need Dennis and Judi dollars. But I mean,
How would
to
they
say
be
this.
spent?
My daughter has a dollar store in her house.
Oh, right.
A dedicated one closet just for like dollar store, and they play with mommy dollar store money. So if the kids are good, they get, and it's a picture of the mom on the dollar, and if they're good, they get $1, $5, whatever, and then she tags the prizes in the closet with that amount of whatever,
so,
and they buy stuff.
So clever and
Yeah,
so
of course.
cool.
Though your daughter-in-law would do that too, but she's not blood related to you. So anyway, and she gives out this catalog that's like a magazine with all the prizes in it. Okay, so I'm thinking you and I make Dennis and Judi money. We put a picture of ourselves on it, and then we bribe people to.
And what do they? What can
to
they
call.
buy with the Dennis and Judi dollar?
What do you mean? We make the bumper stickers that say "This show is a sloppy, unfocused mess." We make a Dennis and Judi T-shirt.
I went to.
We pay for it ourselves. And we have a merch store.
I never
Hello?
told you this. About a month ago, I went to the Berlin Farmers Market, went into a T-shirt shop that makes T-shirts, and priced out. I had the saying for him, and he gave me a price on Dennis and Judi T-shirts, the color and everything.
What's the price?
It wasn't cheap, and it was a guy who just takes cash. He was good, but he took my number and all, but.
So no, we're gonna do a simple, like a one color one. We're not
Yeah,
gonna go
it was
crazy.
pretty simple. Anyway,
It was.
Yeah.
I know. I got a guy.
you got a guy?
So we're gonna do T-shirts. We'll do little cute things. We'll have our own merch store, and then we pay people with because let's face it, in this day and age, and a lot of we have tons of people think we're like a boomer show. You know how many listeners we have under the age of 35? But 35-year-olds don't call on the phone. They don't even know it calls. So we bribe them with Dennis and Judi dollars. Put this in motion right now. Hold on. Make Dennis and Judi dollars and Dennis and Judi merch. Sorry, I have a little memo.
You were talking to the warehouse?
No, remember that movie with Michael Keaton where he would come up with ideas.
Oh.
It was night shift.
Night shifts.
And he would give himself ideas. He'd put the mayo in the can with the tuna. Call Starkist.
All right. Yes, I do. So,
Meanwhile, guess what? Starkist took that idea.
that's right. Would you get the vaccine again? Do you still know people hanging on to this COVID thing? And I can't believe they're still promoting it on TV. Get the vaccine. It's crazy. And Rutgers, the news is Rutgers just dropped their mandate for it, as of yesterday. Anne Marie in East Brunswick got the COVID vaccine and the booster and still got COVID. How many times, Anne Marie?
7 times.
Now, are you angry, upset, or disappointed at whom for this folly?
Oh, yes, angry, disappointed. I can't stand when people say, "Well, it might have lessened your
symptoms,
illness."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, please kill me because I've had it 7 times. I'm dying of death. Like, it's not doing anything. It has done nothing. I got it because I have asthma, and back, when and I was working a job that I was driving public transportation. I needed to get it for my job.
Right.
And I got the booster, but I had it 2 times right after that. Then I got it like 3 times after the booster, and I had it recently.
Did your mind change at one point and go, at first you're like, I believe in this, I'm taking it, I'm going to protect myself. And then after the third time you got COVID, you went, F this.
Yeah, exactly. I believed in it the first time, like, I have asthma. Oh my God, I ran right out. I was panicked trying to get it when you couldn't get it. It was all this stress and hype and,
When you got COVID, was there one time when it was really severe and you're like, uh-oh?
Yes. You know what? I swear to God, I had COVID before it actually came out. It was in March when they shut everything down. I was sick as a dog in February. I could not get rid of what I had. I couldn't breathe, but it wasn't my asthma. I could tell that when I was walking, it was a different kind of out of breath. I wasn't wheezing, but I was sick for the longest time, but there was no test then.
Right. And that was around the time it was exploding, and then you were probably one of the first patients that got it. Well, Anne-Marie, be well. I'm glad you're okay now, and, hang in there.
You too.
Thank you. Appreciate the call. 1-800-283-101.5 is the phone number.
In those days, I knew somebody who was able to get a test before anybody else was, and she got killed. Very wealthy girl who had connections. Her husband was a doctor. Remember those days when, there were a few people who could get a test?
Yeah. It was such a weird time.
And it was so weird.
All right. Rutgers finally dropped its COVID vaccine mandate. Do you know people still hanging on to it? And do you regret, now that you've seen all what's happened in the last 3 years, will you ever take a vaccine like that again? 1020 New Tom. Dennis and Judi show. Rutgers finally dropped their vaccine mandate for the staff and the students there and the faculty. Senator Declan O'Scanlan praised the university for its decision on Monday, but said it's long overdue. The senator has been calling on Rutgers for months to make this move. He says, I'm glad Rutgers decided to join the rest of the enlightened world by finally lifting its COVID-19 vaccine requirement. Having said that, Rutgers doesn't deserve any additional praise. In fact, it deserves to be harshly criticized for not following the science. Now, here's a place you're going to spend a lot of money to send your kids to that doesn't even have the effing common sense to deal with a problem that was over 3 years ago.
It is
mind-boggling.
Pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing.
The trust we have in our higher education institutions is so misplaced and so overdone. And it'll take years for people to finally wake up and go, oh, yeah, that's a dumb investment. And it's not just Rutgers. Just about every degree you get outside of engineering and medicine and law is just useless.
All
anyway.
right, let me ask you a question. Will anybody admit, because pretty much everybody that's listening to this radio, I shouldn't say that. Most people listening to us right now got the shot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Some of them have to think right now that it was either dumb, or does everybody who ever got the shot think that's why I'm still alive?
Well, it's a good question. I don't know. Let us know if you got it.
So that's what
a lot of people got it. Do you think it really helped?
Yeah. Tell us right now if you're a person who got the shot, and we will not judge. I mean, we will judge internally. We will not judge verbally.
Or if you're like some of the people we know and nearly died from the shot, let us know about that.
Right.
Too.
But I know I know like the people in my life who got it, except for Mark, who took one and didn't get the second one, and because realized after he got the first one, it was probably bogus. You know, he was lucky enough to be on the list of people who qualified for it very early. When even I was like, ooh, maybe you should get it, you know?
Right.
So, and then I already changed my mind by the time they called him in for it. But, you know, he was, whatever, certain health issues or whatever. So he got it. Got, what's that disease he got not too long after that?
RSV.
No, the one with the blisters, shingles. Got shingles, and I was like thinking it might be from that, but those were still early days when you weren't allowed to say that the vaccine was connected to anything negative, you know? So I think my husband realizes right now after having one that it was stupid.
He didn't go back for the second.
It probably gave him shingles. No, he didn't. But most people who got it will not say it was a mistake. Most people will say, that's why I'm alive today. Judi in Waretown, you're on New Jersey, 101.5.
Hi, Judi.
Hi, Judi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I could be better. I had the first shot in April of 2021.
Hold on. Are you a man?
I am a woman with a deep voice.
All right.
My name is...
Then it had to be asked. What am I going to just ignore it?
No. So I have no problem with that. Everybody says it. It also you'll understand why I have a deep voice.
Well, you got to make it quick. You have like 30 seconds.
First shot in 2021 in April. Second one in May 24th. August 24th, I stopped walking. I couldn't walk. My legs were stiff. Didn't know what was wrong. I was walking like a baby that just started walking. Went to the doctor a week later, and she said, you need to go to the hospital. And the next morning, they told me I had cancer, breast cancer. Went for a mastectomy. They were worried about my legs. I got epidurals.
Okay, well, I don't think you got breast cancer from the shot.
Some people think that cancers arose from the shot, yeah?
It could have.
Yeah, but that was pretty quick then.
Quickly, yeah.
It could have pushed
30 days.
You know, I could have had it.
Well,
No,
Judi, thank you for sharing your experience.
It
I'm
was
so
90
sorry that
days.
happened to you, and I definitely would have to connect the not being able to walk with the shot, and I'm sure you do too. Judi, thanks so much. We are in the biggest rush. I hate to cut you off. New Jersey 101.5, 10:30 now.
10:36, Dennis and Judi Show. Rutgers has dropped its COVID vaccine mandate for its faculty, staff, and students, thanks to one state senator shaming them about a month ago, saying this is the most ridiculous thing. And you would think an institution of higher learning would have some common sense to say, yeah, this is stupid. But no, they kept it up. So are you still in that camp where you know people who still wear masks, still COVID crazy? And did you take the vaccine and say, yeah, probably shouldn't have. This is dumb. All right. 1-800.
Yeah, is there anybody who changed their mind about COVID-19 fervor? Dan, last year, this Mama Jess who writes into our app chat, Joe, I want to hear your story, but just give me a second. She had close to 40 COVID tests, tried to give them away to friends that were over for a barbecue, but they also had a stockpile. Within an hour, she made up a drinking game. Only 3 rules. Only one at a time takes the test. If it was negative, we have cheers and then we drink. If it was positive, we cheers and drink. So every 10 minutes, a test was taken. What a fun hour and a half-ish.
Well, that's what it became. It became a drinking game.
I know.
I went to urgent care in January, February, both months I had severe cold, and I just wanted to make sure I nipped it in the bud, got the medication that would help.
But the time they told you it was negative, you freaking had it. I'm sorry.
No, that was just a test at home, yeah. But this, I'm talking about 2 months ago, when I went.
Oh.
And I said, you can test for COVID? He said, no. It's a cold virus. What do you want to do? Here, take this, relieve your symptoms, stay home, check your fever, stop. It was a doctor. It was good doctors. Yeah.
I had a doctor who told me, I have this visiting doctor,
Right.
Dr. Schreiber, who I love, and he said, "Yeah, have both of them, the flu and the COVID test." He's like, do you really want to know? And I'm like, actually, no. He goes, if you are positive for COVID, you're going to feel like you can't leave the house. You're going to feel guilty, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, so you want to know? I could do it for you. I said, like, forget it.
All right, Joe is in Freehold. You're on New Jersey 101.5. Hi, Joe.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Now, you're a young guy. You were in your early 40s when this hysteria broke, and you got the shot, but you were against it. Were you forced into it?
Yes. My business is in New York, and I was told that I wasn't allowed to step foot back in my business unless I was vaccinated.
Your own business?
Yes.
Yeah, what was this, an order by the mayor?
Yeah. Remember New York, Dennis?
Yep.
You couldn't drive through the Lincoln Tunnel unless you were vaccinated. It was insane. It was Cuomo. He was an insane person.
Philly got crazy, too. I remember going to restaurants there. And
then it got worse with this Hochul. They asked her to leave that slain policeman's funeral. Did you hear that?
Yeah, and they booed her. Or
Yes,
they cheered when
should
she
have.
left.
That's right. She's the worst. Sorry. Go on, Joe.
So we had, like I said, I had to get it. I was completely against it. I've never actually even had COVID.
Wow.
I believe I got sick prior to COVID being something back in January of 2020. I was very sick for about 2 weeks.
Right.
But I've skated by people that have had it, that I had every right to get it a million times again, and I've yet to, thankfully, not get it.
Any ill effects from the vaccine?
Nothing. I actually got the Johnson & Johnson, the one shot. That was all they were getting me for. I wasn't going back 2 and 3 times. I never got a booster.
That's
I was
smart.
not happy.
Yeah.
Everybody I knew who got it, like, dragged to kicking and screaming, were like, I'll get the J&J one because I'm only getting one.
And that's the one they booted out quickly because it wasn't effective or it was not good. Joe, thank you. Appreciate the call. I have my card, the fake card that I got, I have the Johnson & Johnson. And it's just, of course, one shot. So we were in a restaurant in Philly that I really like. But they're kind of new age millennial / Gen Z hippie types or whatever. And they had shields on, and when they came to your table, you had to put your mask back up. They looked at my vaccine card, and they said, you only got the one. Why'd you? I said, well, this one, you only need the one. And the lady I know at the supermarket who faked this for me only could do one. I felt like saying that.
See, the one who faked it for me, I was nervous about it, though, because at one point I was like, they're gonna come up with a database to check these numbers.
Right. They never did, thank God.
No, but they didn't have enough time to do that. But I know that number only one shot thing wasn't enough for these people.
Crazy. And I want to take them now and shake them and go, do you realize how moronic you were?
I go to the TWA Hotel, Dennis.
Yes.
At the roof at JFK on the rooftop. There's a rooftop pool. Okay. Walk out to the rooftop. Can I see your vaccination card? Walking out to bring my grandkids to the pool. It's outdoors.
Oh, it wasn't an indoor pool?
What?
Wasn't an indoor pool?
No. On the roof, outdoor, wind blowing air.
Jet fumes all over the place.
Right. That they didn't care about.
Patricia, Lawrenceville, hi.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. I just wanted to let you know that I'm not vaccinated, and I'm 96, your mom is not, and we just stay away from sick people. And I thought it was a big pandemic 4 years ago. And to get Trump out of office, it worked. But it didn't convince me of anything. And I know plenty of people. I was listening to previous callers that were vaccinated and still caught COVID several times. So I just think that depending on the strain of flu going around, that you're going to get sick or not.
Right.
And
well, Patricia, so you must be a Trump fan, and this is the question I have for a lot of Trump supporters. He really pushed for this vaccine, and it did really hurt a lot of people. And he rushed it through, and Pfizer made a fortune. And Will he back off of that at all now and say, maybe we rushed it out because people did get hurt and it really wasn't effective, and I was really harping on that like that was my big accomplishment, but...
Warp Speed
was
yeah. the name of the...
I would like to see him fess up to I was trying to do a good thing, but it turns out it wasn't the best.
I feel this way. I feel that he was pressured by Fauci and all of the,
Oh, yeah. He was definitely alone.
Then it doesn't really matter whether he fesses or doesn't fess.
Thank you.
Appreciate the call. Every bad thing that ever happened in the world is his fault anyway.
According to some people, and they will never change their mind. Ever.
Correct. And most people who did get the vaccine, including many members of my family, will say now that's why they're alive today.
Well, then they have Trump to thank, and they should vote for him. John, it's a conundrum, right? John, hang on. We'll talk to you next.
People, yeah.
And we'll check fast traffic coming up in just a few minutes. And did you know that even if your drains don't seem to be clogged, there could still be a major threat in the main line right under your home? Our friends over at Guaranteed Service, the premier plumbing, electrical, and HVAC company in New Jersey, have all the tools and expertise needed to keep your sewer clean and running smoothly. Guaranteed Service will inspect your main line with a camera for only $77. You'll have complete peace of mind that your drains are flowing and there won't be any surprises. Call 1-800-GUARANTEED or go online at guaranteedservice.com. Dennis and Judi show, 10:50 on Tuesday morning. And Monday's ugly sister.
That's right. I forgot about that.
It's ugly today. So we're talking about the...
I just need to let you know something very important. Do you remember when I did that reel on my Instagram last week talking about mispronounced words?
Yeah.
And Kylie Moore commented, or mispronounced cities. And Kylie Moore commented, I heard Manalapan in the wild. I was stunned.
Right.
Somebody commented that there was a contestant on Wheel of Fortune from Manalapan and that Pat Sajak pronounced it Manalapan.
And the person didn't correct him?
I guess not, but I really need to see that because I guess you probably get that pronunciation before you go on. Like a lot of times a caller will come on the air and Kyle will give us a little pronunciation guide, but then, you forget. So Pat Sajak said Manalapan.
Like I said last week,
people to know that.
It's probably the way the
probably was
Lenape Indians pronounced it.
Right, because you said this and it's true. How come it's Manahawkin,
right,
and not Manahakin?
Right,
Manahakin.
So
okay, I think I know why, because that's impossible to say.
All right, so the COVID vaccine mandate's been dropped by Rutgers for staff and management and faculty and students. Finally, are you still caught up somehow in the COVID world? And do you regret having been forced to take that vaccine or scared into it? John's in Belvedere, and John refers to himself as we rather than I. So let's see how this conversation goes.
Oh, I don't think so. Come on.
Hi, John.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Your pronoun is we?
We, yes, me.
Okay. Go ahead with your story, sir.
Instead of I.
Gotcha.
I just want to say we got all the COVID shots, and I had dyslexia, and I feel from the shots it increased unless I'm getting senile.
So you have dyslexia.
Oh, dyslexia. Okay.
Okay. I mean, it's getting, you have to think to spell 3 and 4 letter words.
Cat.
But maybe you are maybe you're getting a little bit of dementia.
Can you spell cat?
TAC.
Oh, stop it. That's not how dyslexia works, by the way.
Well, people see about words backwards, though, too. Dyslexia.
Well, you're lucky because if you were an atheist, then you would doubt the existence of dog.
So I just was wondering if any other...
I like the joke. I thought it was good. Joke. I like the joke.
It's an old dyslexia joke.
So, John, you got the vaccine, and what happened?
Well, I just feel that I had an increase of dyslexia where you start seeing the smaller words and start seeing them backwards as you're reading.
Did you consult a medical professional about this, and did he or she confirm that may have caused
Well,
it?
he thinks we are medical professionals.
What is
my
it?
regular practitioner, and they said no.
They said
All
no.
right.
I feel
Well, we say yes. Dennis and I, with our qualifications, we say yes.
I think
Or,
it definitely.
as you would read it, we say say.
So I just was wondering if any of your listeners have the same feeling.
I think it effed you up, really, to be honest with you. I'm kidding. John, there's so many different reactions people had to that vaccine. It caused this, it caused that, it inflamed this and inflamed that.
But
so
was
I wouldn't doubt
something
it.
wrong with you before you took it? Because something is clearly wrong with you now.
No. No, I know I had dyslexia right through school.
Right.
Okay.
Wow. Way back when. All right, John, well, you sound cheerful and happy, so stay well.
Yes, we do.
We? Who's we?
See? I always say we, and people do say that. Who's we?
Are you married?
No.
No, you're a single man living on your own, and you refer to yourself as we.
Right.
All right. Nothing wrong with that. You do you, John.
Okay. Well,
All right.
thanks for taking the call.
Of course. Thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. We, Judy and I, will have more. We'll be back with more.
But we're an actual we.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so people know.
All right. So we'll have more. Judy and I, we will have more titillating content for you coming up.
Oh, it is going to titillate like you can't even imagine in your wildest dreams. Yeah, so listen, I got to talk to you about my favorite carpet store, flooring store. It's called Carpet Connection, and it is in Lakewood. It's the only place I recommend. I found them pretty luckily because I met this family. They were unbelievable. Turned out they were in the flooring business. I said, I'm going to give them a try because I really like to support local businesses. And I found out they are better than any big box store in so many ways. They have stocked their brand new warehouse with the latest trends, colors, and styles in both carpet and vinyl because they just returned from an international flooring show. So now they have stuff that other people do not have. They offer a wide range of stain-resistant carpet and water-resistant vinyl with special pricing. And they have tens of thousands of square yards of practical carpet and vinyl ready for immediate install. A bigger selection in stock than most people you know. Let me tell you something. Visit their showroom and you are going to thank me. They're at 16 South Clifton Avenue in Lakewood or online at carpetconnectionnj.com. That's carpetconnectionnj.com.
Scotch Plains. Yeah, we did that. Let's go to Bed Parks Casino and Sportsbook app, New Jersey. Chime time is 11:09. Dennis and Judy Show. I'm Dennis Malloy. That's Judy Franco.
Hey, people. What you doing?
How you doing, Judy? How you doing? Saw a guy on the news this morning talking about that it's cheaper to rent than to buy a home because, and it's always been that way, but if buying a home is an investment, so, you know, when you're done living there in 5 or 10 years or 30 years, you have something of value. You're not just giving a rent payment to somebody every month, which is true. My daughter just bought a condo, and the mortgage payment is right around what a rent would be, probably a little cheaper. So she did well with.
It's the same with my son's condo.
Yeah.
The reason he bought we bought the condo for him is that there were no rentals for anything less than, you know, for a 1-bedroom in Monmouth County.
How much?
Nothing was less than $2,000.
How about now? Is it still around there? Or it's like 24.
I think it's gotten worse. And we pay to own it. You know, the maintenance is like $618 a month, and then
Wow.
you know that includes the taxes.
Oh,
so
okay.
altogether, it's like $1,100 a month. It worked out to be much cheaper to buy, and I think for a lot of people in this market,
Did you
buying.
Did you have to put a lot down, and what's left on the mortgage?
We bought it with cash because it's a co-op, not a condo.
Oh.
So co-ops are different. They're cheaper. They're different because you don't really you own stock in the company. That's what a co-op is. You own stock, but you have to be approved by the board. It's a whole different thing. But anyway, the point is we made that choice because who can even rent anymore? And certainly people can't buy anymore. So phone number is 1-800-283-101.5. Buying versus renting in New Jersey. What have you found is the right thing for you to do?
And if you're in your 20s and 30s, definitely want to hear from you. And also maybe some empty nesters are looking to downsize. And what do you do with that cash? Put it in the bank or buy a little smaller place, which might be the same amount you got for your bigger place, or do you just rent for a while? Yeah.
Don't you think, though, I know Mark always says that, like, let's just rent, we could have some money in the bank. I get it's so ingrained in me.
Well, this is a unique market in that. Have we reached the top? Can it go any higher? Like if you sold your house now and got $1 million and put that in the bank or whatever financial instrument you want to use, would you be better off than if you're waiting any more time is not going to make you any more money because we've reached the saturation point. We're at the top.
No. Oh, you're asking or you're saying that?
I'm asking.
No.
You think it's going to go higher?
No.
That's why I was happy.
I think I could. This house, I overpaid for it when I bought it.
Yeah.
And that was
you're in an unusual.
Okay, forget about my area.
No, it's true.
Every area in New Jersey now is overpriced and has room to go. And it's because, Dennis, it's not just my area. What you actually talked about a couple of weeks ago, which is when big corporations come in and can buy as many houses as they want. That's what the problem is. The same way they used to have a limit, the government had a limit on how many broadcast stations you could own, TV or radio stations, because they knew that nobody else could ever make money except for wealthy corporations. Right. And then, of course, they got rid of that rule in the 90s. But, they need to come out now and have a law that says corporations cannot own more than 5 houses.
Yeah, home ownership is one of the big wealth-building vehicles in this great country, and you're destroying that by allowing cities like Newark, which are over 50% owned by institutions.
Is it really?
Yes, look it up.
That's insane. That's unfair.
Right. 1-800-283-1015.
Then again, Dad, how would they stop it? I'll just start up another straw company.
Yeah, I don't know how you stop it. Dennis is calling on the Parkway. Hello, Dennis.
Hey, Dennis, how are you?
Good. What's a 30-year-old doing with the name Dennis?
You've asked me that before.
It's the best name. His parents were smart.
I love the name. But so, are you married, Dennis?
Yeah, actually, I got married last year in September.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, we bought our first home last year in May. We ended up going down into the Little Egg Harbor area.
From where? Where are you from originally?
Point Pleasant.
Okay, so you went about 50 miles south. You crossed over the border into South Jersey.
Yes, we did.
Into Phillies and Eagles territory.
Which wasn't easy as a Jets fan, but we're making it work.
Now, Little Egg Harbor, is that Mystic Island in that area?
Exactly, and no one really knows about it, and it kind of reminds me of what Brick was 20 years ago.
Dennis, I'm laughing because every time I have alerts for certain types of real estate on my Zillow, every time, and I set it for houses under 300,000 or houses under 350 that look like 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms that you could actually live in. It's like an investor's filter.
Right.
Every time they send me a house, I'm like, this house is adorable. It's in Little Egg Harbor.
Now, Dennis, years ago, it used to be parolees from Philly who killed somebody. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. Who killed a guy just to watch him die.
But isn't it where the airport is? Isn't that where the Atlantic City?
No, that's further down.
What's the Atlantic City airport city?
Egg Harbor Township, I believe.
Oh, that's not the same thing?
No, Little Egg Harbor is a different.
Okay, right. Duh.
Yeah, we were looking at houses. The same size house in Point Pleasant was over $500,000, and we found our house listed for $325,000.
Are you happy there? It's been almost a year. Are you satisfied?
Yeah, I'm surrounded by a ton of retired veterans and cops and, a lot of family-oriented people. Didn't expect the greeting I got when we moved there. The neighbors were great. I mean, we wanted to kind of do the house up and flip it, but the neighbors ruined that plan because now we like them so much we're probably going to stay.
It's turned over because years ago it was some scary people. But
That's so funny.
I had a friend whose mother-in-law owned a house down there. And
What would you say is worse? Egg Harbor Town or Little Egg, what's it called? Little Egg Harbor.
Mystic Island.
Or Bridgeton?
Oh, Bridgeton's far worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because those are the places where they keep sending me houses.
Don't go to Bridgeton. Little Egg Harbor is.
Well, I'm not going to any of the places.
It turned around. So good, Dennis. You got in at a good price, and you're going to stay there.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we checked the Zillow value of our house. It's already up like $85,000 from what we bought it at.
Jeez.
So I imagine it's probably only going to keep going as the area.
That's what I'm saying, Dan.
Stafford's doing stuff, and it's only working its way down.
Yeah, that's true. What was the question I was going to ask you? Are you on the water?
No, we decided to stay away from the water since we kind of lived through Sandy. It left a little weird taste in our mouth, and we just decided to be close enough.
Right. Cool. All right, very good. And the wife's happy.
Happy wife, happy life.
Absolutely.
That's adorable. I'm so glad to hear this. Now, I want to hear people are living in homes. People are living the American dream.
Good for you, Dennis. Good job. Thank you, my friend. Stay well.
Thank you, guys. You too.
Bye-bye. All right, so renting or buying, are you looking for either, and have you come to that dilemma where I can make a lot of money if I sold my house, but I would have to pay a lot in rent if I've rented? And if you're young, is buying a house out of the question? 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number. It's 11:18. Here's Tom. Dennis and Judi program, and we're talking about renting or buying in this market in New Jersey today. What is the right play? And are both like out of the question? Maybe you're a young person that's still living at home. To be out on your own singularly, that's tough. You got to make a really good salary. You got to couple up, and whether that's roommates. Do people still do the roommate thing, Judi?
I was going to ask you the same thing. That's so funny. I would imagine they'd have to do it now more than ever
But I don't think that they're likely to do it as much as previous generations.
Well, because they're all
spoiled.
What's the word? They're hermits. They're antisocial. They have no friends. Like there's so many of them that are like spectrumy that it's difficult for them to get along with other people. And I can say that because I have one of those. And when he was thinking of going to college and living away, he was like, the only thing is I cannot have a roommate. And I remember, and there were accommodations made for kids like that who could not live with anybody else, you know?
Wow.
So and I believe there are more of those now than ever before. So if you have a roommate, if that's the way you figured out how to live, or if you're talking about your kids, how do people get out of their parents' house the first time? Is it renting or buying? How do people in their late 20s, early 30s figure out how to get out of the house? 1-800-283-101.5. And if you're a young person, and by that I guess I mean 30...
35
right?
and under.
35. Even though I feel like it was yesterday when I used to hear people say, don't trust anybody over 30. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Because anybody were... And all of my teachers, by the way, were 100. I remember I had a teacher named Miss Flood in third grade who was putting on pink lipstick. She was hot. I even knew this in third grade. She was beautiful, single, Miss Jean Flood. And I asked her, why are you putting on lipstick? Because she was putting on lipstick like during lunch. And she's like, you never know who you might meet. And I did not have any idea what she meant. I was like, oh. And I didn't remember. Dad, how funny. You ever have things like this? Where
Oh, yeah.
30 years later, you go, oh, that's what she meant. Because I had no idea what she meant. Miss Flood to me was 80.
Oh, when
65.
you were a kid. Yeah. How do we get?
She was probably 25.
Did she rent?
It was
or
probably.
own? Did she rent? Did she rent or own?
How did I get into this? Because
don't trust anybody over 30. And also, Judi, empty nesters who are thinking, hey, hon, this is the time to cash in, and then we'll just rent a little place wherever.
Right.
Are you in that situation? 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number.
Also, Dennis, during these hours, we usually get phone calls from realtors.
Oh, yeah.
Because you and I asked a very important question, and I welcome those calls, even though most realtors are annoying AF. But I remember we asked a few.
Now they're sure to call, Judy.
They're definitely going to call. Come on. They know it. They know their reputation. It's like lawyers. They don't know what people think of them.
We heard from one in Haddonfield back when my daughter was first starting to look, and she was what was her name? Courtney, Lindsay. I think it was Lindsay. She was really good. I was looking forward to meeting her, but my daughter had already made a commitment with another one. But there's some good ones out there that aren't annoying.
But I want to ask them, because they're the people who are going to answer this question.
Yeah.
What you asked before, which is can this thing go higher? Is this thing ever going to stop? And the truth is, Dan, we did see this in 2004, 5, 6.
And then the bubble burst in 08.
Yeah.
And then I've seen the bubble burst before. This bubble, I don't see bursting. But I can't imagine.
Not in my lifetime, but some realtors could tell us more. 1-800-283-101.5. Are people in New Jersey ever going to be able to have a home, to buy a home again? I don't know how that's going to happen. Are you renting or buying? What works for you best right now? 1-800-283-101.5.
And if you're a landlord or somebody who rents out your house for Airbnb's your house, we'd like to hear from you too. I saw a commercial twice this week, little claymation sort of animation commercial where it shows a young person, in a bedroom, and they get up and they get dressed and they pack a bag and they leave. You don't have an empty. If your kid is off to college, you don't have an empty room. You have an Airbnb. Can you imagine? What person would do, like your kid left for college?
People do it.
I know, I'm sure they do, but I can't imagine like Greg getting up, going away to college, and now Greg's room is somebody's Airbnb for the week. I can't. And he comes back at Thanksgiving and goes, "Some strange couple from Toledo was sleeping in my bed."
It's funny that you're saying that, because I always think of it that way. The moment my son moved out, within 2 days it was a guest room. But because guest, like a cousin, would you have a couple from Toledo staying there? No, of course not. But you know what? Maybe if I were hard up for cash at the time.
All right. I don't.
What if there's like a nice person? Honestly, seriously, like let's say there's a nice person I know who could pay me. What would they pay for that? $500 a month for a room?
For the room,
$600 a month. I can use it.
Yeah,
I could use it. Are they nice, normal? They're going to do drugs in the room?
I got Rick Rickman. He's a young single guy.
Thanks, Dennis.
God, let me tell you something. If I put Rick Rickman in there, I'd be visiting him in the middle of the night.
Is that also $500 to $600?
No, then you could have it for free. Then I don't charge.
I knew it was a mistake bringing Rick into this, and it wasn't Rick's fault. It's Judy's fault all the way. All right, and we have a David on the line.
Is that also $500? He's so quick. This guy is so freaking.
We have a mortgage.
Rick Quickman.
We have a mortgage broker on the line. David, don't go away. 1-800-283-101.5. Cheaper to rent or buy right now. What's the smarter move? It's 11:30.
Now
Dennis and Judi show, rent or buy. We got a lot of people on the line now, including a mortgage broker. 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number.
We asked for it. Oh, no, we asked for realtor.
Yeah. Well, David is calling from Staten Island, and he sells mortgages. Hi, David.
Hi, how are you today?
Good. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. I mean, so I heard, the dialogue of what is going on today. And, the simplest thing that I could say as far as where the economy is and what we're looking at, a very big thing that has gotten bigger is what's called the BTR, build to rent. So there are communities throughout, there's some in New Jersey, but throughout, mostly in the South, where they've understood the situation that's happening today, and they're building communities. So folks can get, nice homes and nice communities, but they're going to have to rent to start.
Okay. Here's my thing, though. I want to tell you, which I was saying off the air, David. My mother told me, somebody wrote here too, you need to plan ahead, take the jump, commit to a mortgage. It's like a lot of other things in life. Save what you can before you move out for some kind of down payment, but then just take the plunge. My mother said to me, it is the one thing that you buy even though you can't afford it. She used to say to me, starve, have noodles every night, sleep on the floor, don't buy furniture, don't buy clothing. It doesn't matter what you do, but you must own a home. So I think, David, that people right in this economy and in this market should just figure out a way to do it. Beg, borrow, and steal. You just got to do it.
I specialize in reverse mortgages. So the most important thing is based on what you're saying is that people need to get into the housing market to build equity because there's about $13 trillion with a T in equity in older people's homes today. Those are folks that are 65 and over. These people are going to be saved because of the fact that their homes are going to save them. So it's
but reverse mortgages are kind of icky to me. They creep me out.
It's completely misunderstood. It's unfortunate. It's like that Salon Selective commercial where and so on and so on and so on. It's actually a fantastic product. I'm not here soliciting that. I'm just here to say.
No, I'm very curious about it though, David.
With equity.
So I've got $300,000 in equity in my home. I sell it to you, but for 20 years I can stay there, and every month for those 20 years you pay me a certain amount of money.
Yeah, see, you have it even wrong. You don't sell anything to me. You always own your house.
Okay.
So however the house is deeded, you always own the house, and the house is on the hook. It's what's called a non-recourse mortgage, which means that regardless if the mortgage balance does exceed the value of the property,
right,
allows you to sell the property for fair market value. But again, getting away from that. Equity,
but you do have to be desperate to want to do this.
Oh, absolutely not. I work with financial planners, and there's huge tax advantages in terms of how to utilize that. I work with a lot of people who don't need a reverse mortgage but want to save tens of thousands of dollars in taxes. But again, the question herein lies is what do you do today, okay? Unfortunately, there's a lot of bad news which still hasn't hit, so we all have to figure out how to make money and live in between the raindrops right now.
I don't like that sound, David.
Are rates going to be coming down, David, this year?
No, not at all. I've been saying this in September. I mean, there's over $2 trillion, again with a T, dollars of commercial-backed paper that's all coming due by 2027. So just imagine this gigantic wall in the way. And there's no reason for rates to come down.
Right.
Inflation is the absolute enemy of interest rates. And unfortunately, throughout this administration, we've gotten a lot of that.
Yeah, well, they printed a lot of money without anything to back it up and thrown it all around.
David,
all right,
you
David.
know what? Do me a favor, David. I have a couple more questions about this I'd like to ask. Can I get your contact info if I put you on hold?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
All right, David, hold on, and we'll get...
Sounds very knowledgeable. I want to pick his brain for free. I love this job, Dennis.
Absolutely. Let's see what Panoots thinks about the real estate market. Hello,
Wait,
Panoots.
Kyle, does Kyle know to pick it up, though?
Kyle,
he
can
may
you
not
pick
be.
up David on line one? Pick up
Good
David.
morning, my brother.
He might like already be going to the bathroom.
No, he's flirting with some woman.
Oh, great. Okay.
I'm just kidding. Hi, Panoots.
Hi, Panuts.
Keiko City, brother, how are you today?
We're good. How are you?
I'm not a brother.
All right. I'm gifted that I have one son that worked very, very hard for a long time. Started when he was about 13 years old, and he bought his own home down in Manahawkin. God bless him. He works very hard. And I got another son that doesn't work that hard and lives in the house with me, and he's about 30-something years old. And it is what it is. I mean, today's life, you gotta open up your heart for the kids today, because to live is impossible. I don't even know how they pay these car payments today. These $100,000 car payments makes no sense.
Well, don't buy a $100,000 car, and you won't have $100,000.
Look at every light. You come up to the guy in front of you who's driving a big money car. They're not garbage.
Now, you live in Marlboro?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, there's some high dollar folks up there, and you're going to see that. Although by me, too. I see a lot of Teslas by me. A lot of Teslas.
Oh, we can count. The other day we said, I
They're
bet
not
you we count
expensive.
10.
They're like the cheapest car out there
Not
anymore.
the cheapest, but they're not high dollar like they used to be. So,
No, leases went up. Leases like doubled, Dennis, and theirs stayed the same. Now it's a cheap car.
Well, so you're saying for your one son, it's hard for him to find a place to live, rent or buy.
Exactly. Yeah, my second son, it's going to be very, very hard. I'm going to have to leave him the house. That's my house that I'm living in now. When I die, it'll be his. Because that's about the only way he's going to be able to get something.
Are you married still?
Unfortunately, yeah. 30-something years. A long time. I
Sounds
don't
like
like
wedded
her, but I'm
bliss.
married.
Wedded bliss.
You don't like her, but you're married?
Yeah.
Does she like you?
I hope not.
Wow.
Wow. That's the conversation, honestly, I want to have, Dennis, one of these days.
About what?
I want to ask people.
Couples that
do you
still
like
together,
the person you're married? Yeah. If you're still together with your spouse or significant other after a lot of years, but you just don't dig each other. I'd love to talk about that.
There are plenty of them, I'm sure. I'm not
I'm
alone.
sure, too.
All right. Does anyone owe you money?
Right now? Yeah.
Well, I called them up. With that voice, you call them up, the money will be at your door by 4 o'clock.
It was like my dad's voice.
I know.
It scared everybody.
It's yeah, I know. Panoots, thanks. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Just love that voice. All right. Fast traffic and more of your calls coming up. It's 11:44.
So you guys understand how important guaranteed service is to me. I got to tell you, they have come through for me when other companies couldn't. And did you know that even if your drains don't seem to be clogged, there could be a major threat in the main line right under your home? My friends over at Guaranteed Service, the premier plumbing, electrical, and HVAC company in New Jersey, have all the tools and expertise needed to keep your sewer clean and running smoothly. Guaranteed Service will inspect your main line with a camera for only $77. You'll have complete peace of mind that your drains are flowing and there won't be any surprises. Call 1-800-GUARANTEED or go online to guaranteedservice.com.
Dennis and Judi show, rent or buy. What's the market like for you right now? And is it impossible for young people to get a foothold? Let's go right to Jay, who's 38, calling from Camden. Hi, Jay.
Hey, Dennis and Judi, how you doing? Jay the Scrap Man.
Jay the Scrap Man, what's going on?
I'm coming over to Delaware Memorial Bridge.
Now, you were renting, and now you own. When did you buy your home?
15 months ago.
All right. You married?
I am married, yes.
So you and the wife combined income were able to swing this?
Yeah, thanks to a great lender.
Okay. And where did you buy?
In Clayton, Gloucester County.
All right. Affordable. I'm going to say you were in the low to middle threes.
We actually bought for $216.
Good for you. Rancher?
Yes, it's only about 950 square feet, but it's got a decent backyard.
Nice. And you got any kids yet?
What's that?
Any kids yet?
Yeah, one.
Well, all right. And you're happy you made the move. You got in at a good price.
Yeah, we would have rented. We were right in Elk Township around the corner. The landlord wanted to sell. We would have rented. It's costing us more to own now, but it is what it is. It's right around the corner, and we did get in at a decent price, and our interest rate is just above 6.
What's your monthly payment?
$19.50, I think.
Mortgage and taxes?
Yes.
And you could rent for less than that in that area?
Well, we were renting for less than that, yeah.
Yeah, but now you have an investment. We go to sell, you'll have equity, and, you did the right thing for sure.
Yeah, we kind of got lucky, so.
Yeah, well, good. Good luck with it, Jay. Thank you so much for the call to New Jersey 101.5. Ernie is in Maniloking. Hello, Ernie.
Hello, Dennis and Judi. How are you?
Good. Do you
We're good.
own in Maniloking?
No, I live in Little Lake Harbor.
Oh, okay.
I'm just doing a delivery in Manalocan.
Yeah, and some high-dollar real estate there. So, no, it really is.
You joking?
In Manalocan?
Oh, I thought you said Manahawkin.
Manalocan.
Manahawkin's not high, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Probably gotten middle ground now. But
Which one is Waretown?
Near Manahawkin.
That's Manahawkin.
That's Ocean. Yeah, it's considered Ocean.
Yeah, it's a different Ocean Township. But do you used to rent? Now you own in Little Lake Harbor.
Correct.
That's the place to go, Judy.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't tell too many people. It's going to become unaffordable.
21 for $134,000.
Wow.
Not on the water.
No, and my mortgage was $982 a month.
Good for you. How 2-bedroom home?
Yes.
All right. You and the wife?
No, I haven't. Just me by myself.
All right. Nice. You found a good deal.
And the interest rate was 3.6.
Wow. Yeah, you got in before it went up. Good for you. So you've rented all these years. You're not young. You're 50 years old. You rented all these years, and you finally owned as of 2-3 years ago, and you're happy you made the move.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Good for you. All right.
Because when you rent, you can't do nothing. When you buy your house, you can do anything you want.
Right, but you also have to pay for when the refrigerator breaks or the heater goes down.
Yeah, when you have a landlord, you usually wait forever to get them to fix it.
Yeah, that's true, too. All right, Ernie, congratulations and good luck to you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You, too. Thank you. Judy, next hour, something light and silly and fun.
Oh, you don't even know. We're going to talk about one of New Jersey's most important restaurants.
Institutions.
No, not restaurants, but category of restaurants.
Institutions.
It ain't pizza places.
All right. Stay tuned.
That I'm going to tell you.
More of the Dennis and Judy show coming up. It's 11:55. Judy.
Oh, did I have? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, listen. Do you ever feel like you go for rehab, not rehab, physical therapy, and you get passed around from one guy to another? That's not how they do things at Trinity Rehab. They're unlike any other place you've ever tried. First of all, there's no prescription needed to get started. You get same-day appointments. You get fast results. And Trinity has the EPAT. Now, EPAT is a therapy that I've actually been able to use, my husband used. It gets you better in 3 5-minute sessions in most cases. And people I know have gone there, by the way, and have been cured in like 1 5-minute session. But Trinity Rehab's therapists are so knowledgeable and thorough, they ain't going to let you out of there until you're out of pain. Not only is Trinity in network with Aetna, but Trinity Rehab is also fully in network with Blue Cross Blue Shield. Call today for your same-day appointment. Tell me, or else you get a same-day appointment. Dozens of locations in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, like Somerville, Howell, Wall, Piscataway, Summers Point, and backed by popular demand, their Wyckoff location just reopened, located in Boulder Run Mall. That's not in Colorado, believe it or not. It's right here in New Jersey. So, you know, there's one near you. For more details, visit trinity-rehab.com.
Parks Casino and Sportsbook, New Jersey. Chime time, 12:09, Dennis and Judy Show. I'm Dennis Malloy. That's the Judester.
Oh, my God. My lunch was insane.
Mine was pretty good, too. My daughter's been making these cool salads where she chops everything real fine, like finely chopped stuff, and then throws in quinoa and hot peppers. She's
wow.
Big fan of the spicy, as is her dad. Spicy. I like it spicy.
So, God, don't do that. I just ate. Yeah, so I understand it's really, really been difficult for diner owners in New Jersey of late, Dennis. And as I mentioned to you off the air, this new diner just opened. First farm to table. It's actually not that new, but I guess they just changed to farm to table dining.
Where's it at?
Which, I don't know. I got to look it up. But bottom line, Dennis, it is, to me, that sounds like an oxymoron, because the whole thing about a diner is nothing is farm and everything that comes to the, hold on a minute, because I want to find it. It's called MKT. Formerly known formerly known as Country Market Diner in Closter.
Fake news.
There's no such thing as Closter?
No, fake news. No, there is.
Okay. Did I get the town wrong?
Something north. Something.
Oh. Okay. What's amazing about this diner is it's not that they're not sending you the same food that you love, but they're trying to make everything be farm to table. Why? Because they know that farm to table is the latest trend. And if a diner doesn't keep to the latest trend, they're going to lose business. Now, the whole thing of a diner to me is the opposite of that. The whole thing of a diner to me and any hardcore New Jerseyan is the fact that they stay the same always. They don't jump on the trends. Yeah, occasionally you'll see a diner wants to throw, paninis on the menu because they've got to sound like other people, or they'll throw some healthy options in there. But to me, the charm of a New Jersey diner is the fact that you can get the home fries cooked on the griddle with the bacon grease, and that's what it is.
Well,
so,
yeah.
Our question is, do people still even go to diners? I really want to call attention to our New Jersey diners. I would say refocus attention on our New Jersey diners because God, we're going to lose them. God forbid. We already lost the 24-hour aspect of them. We also lost the fact that, people would think of them as their go-to for coffee and a cheesecake because there's so many other options.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that our diners still stay around. What was the last time you ate in a diner? Do you still go for the diner food? And if you want to shout out your diner, that's fine. 1-800-283-101.5. You cannot be all things to all people.
I wrote a post about this about a month ago. Is the era of the New Jersey diner over? Because by me, several diners have closed. The Marlton Diner closed. The Red Lion Diner closed. The Medport Diner was about to close, but Chipotle ditched out on the deal they had to build one where the diner is. So that's still open. And when I go through there, I go past there just about every day. Parking lot looks pretty full. There's just fewer diners around. So if you're a diner patron, your choices are dwindling. And yeah, I haven't been in a diner in a while. I do happen to like the Jersey diners. I know what I'm going to get there. I like the choices at a lot of them.
But the thing is, they need to stay true to what they are, because once you try to change it to like, oh, this is a healthy diner, you're not a diner anymore.
I agree. And
1-800-283-101.5 is our phone number. So my diner, as you know, Dennis, and you and I actually did a appearance there not too long ago, but no,
20 years ago.
It's the All Seasons Diner, which used to be called the Four Seasons Diner until I guess Four Seasons came along and said, yeah, you can't use that name. So All Seasons are owned by a wonderful family, as by the way, most New Jersey diners are.
Well, here's the problem.
Corporate owned.
Here's the problem. The families that have owned these diners for a couple of generations, the next generation coming up doesn't want any part of it because it's a lot of work and a lot of headache.
Right.
And somebody in Wawa's knocking on their door and going, hey, I give you $4.2 million for the property. So Stavros is saying, my grandson's not going to want to do this. Wawa's offering me $4 million. It's time to go back to Mykonos. And I may be stereotypical in how I'm phrasing it, but
that's not a stereotype at all, Dennis.
But
that all diner owners are named Stavros and come from Greece. 1-800-283-101.5
and they're
is
all
our phone number.
Wise, great people too. And I don't blame
listen,
them.
They have taught us about running a food business. As far as I'm concerned, they are the OG food businessmen in New Jersey and women in New Jersey. 1-800-283-101.5. So I shouted mine out. And the reason that they've been so successful, All Seasons Diner, if I can say this, in E-Town, they don't try to be something they're not. Yeah, it's it has the decor of a diner, but they always keep it fresh and young and pretty. But it doesn't, you can still get your stupid grilled cheese on rye and disco fries and all the basic diner stuff. They don't try to be something they're not.
I don't know that I have one. The one in my town was legendary.
Marlboro Diner, didn't you go? Oh, you didn't go. We just know them.
Yeah, we know them.
People rave about
Absolutely.
that diner.
It's not near me, but the one near me,
Right.
Olga's Classic Diner, legendary, closed down years ago, and they opened a new one called Olga's, and not too far from the old location, but they pared down the menu to like half a dozen things. So they're really trying to...
Half a dozen.
Not half a dozen, but like a dozen things. They're really trying to focus on quality rather than a huge selection. And I like them. I went to Pandora Diner for breakfast a couple of
Oh, that's
weeks
your
ago.
old diner, isn't it, with your parents?
No, that was the Jersey. It's called the Jersey Diner. Now I think it's something else.
Oh.
In Cinnaminson. Yeah, that would have been my diner. I went to Pandora Diner, which is like Columbus area, a couple weeks ago for breakfast. That's great. Classic Jersey Diner. And the waitresses, they get them out of Central Casting. Like, I forget this woman's name, but she was, was with my salty friend. And he got salty with her right away. And she's like, listen, I've been doing this a long time. she was saltier than him. I loved it. All right, Nikki is in Lawrenceville. Nikki, hi.
Hey, guys, I love the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Two great diners you got to remember. One is the Princetonian on Route 1, and then 6 miles south is the Lawrenceville Diner. I think it's called the Lawrenceville Diner or something like that.
I've never been to either one. They're both within 10 minutes of where I sit right now. I've never been to either one. Passed them on the road many times.
Princetonian has got just what you'd remember. It's fantastic. They're real nice. And then the one in Lawrenceville, near the circle there, not too far from that circle, or not Lawrenceville, but Trenton Circle.
Yeah.
One. The nice part of Trenton.
Yeah.
Keep it up, guys.
Thank you, Nikki. Appreciate the call to New Jersey.
I'm
101.1.
guessing that those two places stayed true to their roots.
Yeah.
That's why they've been...
Oh, the one I used to go to with my mom after my dad passed away, would just take her out for a meal, was the 130 Diner on Route 130 on Chester Avenue in Delran. And it used to be a Burger King. And they took it and turned it into a diner. How they did it, I don't know. But they turned it into a diner. Always busy. Always busy.
Was there a diner, or am I dreaming this? You and I actually did an appearance there. It's right near us where we were. Colonial Diner? Does that sound right?
Yeah, on Route 1, I
The
think.
Colonial Diner.
Yeah.
Still there.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
On Route 1.
Route 1.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that guy owned the one in Jersey City that we did, the Skylark on the water.
Yep.
I don't know if that's still
That's
there.
why I remember it.
Marcella, we'll talk to you next in Mount Laurel. We're talking Jersey diners. Are they going away? Lots of closed by me. And will the next generation carry on? Or will Wawa keep making big offers to them and they go, okay, I'm out?
It's only Wawa. And they only approach Stavros.
I'm telling you.
And the guy's like, hey, Stavros not in, but I'm George. I can talk to you. No, sorry. We only want to speak to somebody named Stavros. But I'm George. I own the business. I'm sorry. It says right here in our contract. Approach Stavros and ask him.
And give him $4 million to put a gas station there. All right, 12:18. Dennis and Judi Show. Diners in New Jersey are iconic. Is the era of the New Jersey diner going away? And it was almost like a perfect metaphor for the future on where our country is now, that Chipotle was going to be in a little strip mall where a diner sits right now. And Chipotle pulled out of the deal, so the Medport Diner is still in business and doing well for the foreseeable future.
Dennis, I don't think anything has gotten this much reaction on our app chat.
Really?
Everybody, but also just so you know, Dottie and Rahway is letting us know that the Galaxy Diner in Rahway is not being replaced by a Wawa. It's turning into a marijuana dispensary. So that would be the second person who knocks on your door.
The Marlton Diner, marijuana dispensary.
Shouldn't somebody just do both?
What?
Diner / marijuana dispensary?
Oh, that would be why
like
not?
Instead of the spanakopita and the what's that dessert? We make the baklava.
Baklava, yeah.
They just have you got your flour there, you got your
gummies, and then your spanakopita.
Everything you need. By the way, Old Bridge Diner. This is Pete Torriello's vote on Englishtown Road in Old Bridge and Southside 35 Diner, Route 35, South Amboy. I have to tell you, I have never been to the South Amboy Diner, but we've been to the Old Bridge Diner. Dennis, I think we may have done an appearance there.
We did so many.
The Old Bridge Diner. Oh, wait, that wasn't where we saw a bear.
No, that we were going up north. We saw the bear on the off the turnpike.
Right, but what?
I don't know where we were going.
We saw a bear.
Marcelo is in.
Not in the diner.
Right, on our way too. Marcelo in Mount Laurel, hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you, sir?
Oh, great. Now that the Medport Diner's staying, I'm happy.
Well, the one on 73, the Sage Diner, they redid it. It took like 2-3 years to redo it, and now it's spanking new and shiny, and it sits empty. What's going on with that?
That's supposed to turn into number 3 dispensary in Mount Laurel within 500 feet.
Yeah, they're all next to each other.
Yep. The Denny's, they converted.
And then right next door where the old Allstate office used to be is another one, right?
Correct.
It's just, they're...
It's crazy.
I don't get it.
Crazy.
Yeah. So...
I was calling you were right about the 130 Diner. I'm a Holy Cross graduate, 1978.
Oh.
And we used to go to the Burger King, and now it's the Great 130 Diner.
Right.
I took my old uncle. You took your mom.
Yeah.
That's a great spot, but I wanted to plug Evergreen Dairy Bar. Nobody really knows that it's diner food, and the owner previously worked. Yeah, right? Right?
I took my daughter there for breakfast about a year ago. What a walk back in time, and a wonderful... The staff is so nice. Everybody greets you like they know you. It's awesome. You're right.
Yep. The first time I went there was 1965 as a 6-year-old kid, and nothing has changed.
Judi, this place, you know those places, it's called Evergreen Dairy Bar, but it's also a diner, and they sell the ice cream on the outside window.
Right.
But all the windows slant in, you know that old style of the 50s? And,
I love
and
that.
it's still that way. And
I think we went to one like that, Dennis.
We may have.
In Freehold.
Maybe, yeah.
The owner previously worked at the Medport Diner. Then he took that over and brought all his knowledge there with his wife, and it's crazy.
And they got that counter, that semicircular counter.
Yep. And the best part is it opens at 5 a.m., and I'm an early bird, so I still have a place to go.
Good for you. Marcella, thank you for bringing all those memories. Thanks for the call. Harry is in Howell. You're on New Jersey 101.5. Hi, Harry.
Good day, Dennis and Judi. I absolutely love diners. I could live in a diner. And I'm a bit of a diner buff. I can tell you about all the old manufacturers of diners and, where they were and how they started and where they ended up. There's really only one left. And they make things like those trailers that you will see that they set up for, like, additional school.
Where's that company located that makes these diners?
It's in Massachusetts. The two largest diner manufacturing states are New Jersey and Massachusetts.
Why do you know this?
Why do I know anything? I'm loaded with...
Harry, Judi and I had our first date at Mastora's Diner, which is now Luca, a fancy Italian restaurant. They did a great job converting that. But that was our diner that Judi and I first had our meeting or lunch date at. And what a unique, spectacular place that was.
Do you ever regret it, though? Seriously.
Having lunch with you?
Yeah.
Every freaking day. No, it was great. And I have great memories of that place. Harry, were you a fan?
Yes. I kind of thought it got too big and stopped being diner-like. It was more like a restaurant. I mean, they would have live music, they had a liquor license, and I really like the old style greasy spoon diner. It's really small ones.
Give me one. Give me one in New Jersey that is a classic greasy spoon diner.
The Bendix Diner in Hasbrook Heights.
Okay,
it's a Coleman, and it's just like it was. It's never been renovated, and it's kind of grody and nasty, but the food is really good.
I love it. All right, Harry. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. We're talking Jersey diners. Is the era of the Jersey diner over? So many have been closing. And do you still go, young or old? It's kind of got a reputation of old people going now, But I think young people may have been turned on to it too, or perhaps their palates are too sophisticated. You know?
Well, it's true because they want, nobody was harmed while making this burger. Everybody was in a good mood while assembling this salad. No dangerous knives were used to slice the tomato.
Where? I'm going. I can't wait. It's 12:31 now, New Jersey 101.5. Dennis and Judi show. The classic.
Do you need to keep saying it like that?
What? The men with tools?
The men with tools. What is it doing?
There's so few of them left. I want to make sure they are announced with distinction.
Got you.
So the classic Jersey diner, is it fading away? Do you still go? Do you have a favorite? And any young people go? Or is it beneath you and your sophisticated palates that, oh, gosh, no. There's no farm to table and
I don't even know what that means.
Grass-fed, cage-free.
Right.
You make me sick.
Is this the oatmeal cage-free? Sir, oats are not grown in cages, so you don't need to worry.
Angela is calling from Cranford. Hello, Angela.
Hi, Dennis and Judi. It's a pleasure to talk to you. And diners, it's a great topic.
Thank you.
Yeah, my mother's interrupting me. She's here now. I'm going to probably take her to the diner for calf's liver.
Oh, they still serve that there?
Yes, that's my husband's go-to. Whenever he wants calf's liver, we go to the Kenilworth Diner, and he is in heaven.
We've been there, Judi.
Yeah, it's great. Stanford has a couple of diners, but we love the Kenilworth Diner. My mom's visiting for Easter for a couple of days. Loves liver. We'll probably go there tonight, so they can both get their calf's liver.
And you
Okay, can we discuss the ham with that round bone in it?
Oh, Judy was asking me yesterday. Angela, she did.
Which one?
She's, Jewish, and she's wondering why. She's never had a ham. But in every ad she sees in the paper for ham or on TV, they have a big old ham with a bone in it. Now,
it looks like a big slab of an animal, and then there's this round bone
in the middle. And now, whenever I look at hams in the supermarket, and I'm not a big ham fan, I never see the one with the bone in it. It's just for
show.
For show.
It's for making pea soup.
Okay.
So my ham bone is still sitting in my fridge from Easter, and I'll be going home probably this afternoon and making pea soup to give out to the family. That's another thing I don't need. I don't eat liver.
This is the woman that
why do they need to show you
the bone?
That bone
because it looks attractive. It does.
To me, that's what makes it look disgusting. I'm like, ooh, I might like to have some ham, except for that big round hard thing in the middle of it.
That's true. I never thought of it that way.
So, Angela, where's your mom visiting from?
Forked River, and they've got great diners down there too. But she's just up here, for Easter. But she'll spend the week with me. 95 years old, going strong, but loves calf's liver.
Calf's liver. Judy, I forget what we had there, but the food was amazing. The people were so nice.
I remember doing
Kenilworth Diner.
Our appearance there.
Yeah.
Angela, enjoy.
Yeah, thank you. We're going to probably go there tonight or tomorrow. As soon as I tell my husband I talked to you about calf's liver.
All right, enjoy that.
Thank you, Angela. Appreciate the call.
Is calf's liver, you and I are not liver people, obviously.
Nope.
Now, but I have had chopped liver, which I don't hate, except I don't really like it. I don't know. I've had it twice in my life. So my question is this.
Yeah.
Is calf's liver just the liver that my mom tried to make me eat when I was young?
I don't know the difference between regular liver and calf's liver would be a younger liver, right?
So is that what they make chopped liver out of?
I have no idea. I mean, Silence of the Lambs and Jeffrey Dahmer is where people eat organs.
I'm sorry. Right, exactly.
In that movie, Jeffrey Dahmer ate people, and Silence of the Lambs, that guy ate people.
Right.
Leave it to them. The rest of us, we shouldn't mess with organs.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I could not agree with you more. Now I'm worried about the whole, everybody else who's listening. If they like chopped liver, they're only going to think about Jeffrey Dahmer. So now have we ruined it for others?
What's that
Just
phrase?
for the self-aggrandizement of being funny. We've
listen,
now ruined that food for others.
Ruined so many things for people trying to be funny. And we still haven't gotten there yet.
Dan, here is the story on the Colonial Diner. That's Route 18 in East Brunswick. Skylark is on Route 1 in Edison. You and I did the Colonial. Okay.
We did the
thanks a lot,
Skylark too,
Miss.
honey.
You know everything East Brunswick.
She does, and thank you for that. But we also did the Skylark on Route 1.
No, the Skylark we did
130?
in Jersey City.
No, we also did the one on Route 1. I remember.
Did?
Yes. And then you
Now,
said
was that fancy schmancy one
on the river.
Skylark in Jersey City?
Yeah, but they called it, I think he called it something else, or Skylark on the Hudson, or something like that.
Skylark on the
Yeah, no, it was.
No, that was a movie with Robin Williams. Oh, no, that was Moscow on the Hudson. Okay.
Michelle in Trenton. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, long-time listener.
Thank you. Now, you mentioned Pat's Diner in Trenton. Where can we find that?
Oh, my goodness. Pat's Diner, South Broad Street in Trenton. And it probably is close to 100 years old.
Wow. I might check that out.
That it's been around that long, yes.
And the neighborhood's still good?
It's changed, but I still frequent there. Family members, friends. It's fairly new owners. It's fabulous. It's iconic. It's a Trenton tradition. Try it. You'll love it.
It says Pat's Original Diner here. And they get a pretty good rating. 4.2 is pretty good for a diner.
Ooh.
It's fabulous. You'll love it.
They even deliver. Maybe we'll order from them. Delivery menu from Pat's. Oh, we got the Ewing Diner right around the corner, which is phenomenal. The Ewing Diner. You ever been there?
Yes. Pat's Diner, though, iconic, tradition. Back in the day, it rocked, and it still rocks. It's an awesome place.
You're going to stay in Trenton for the rest of your life?
I probably will. I probably will.
I like Trenton. I'm a big fan. I hope, good things happen to Trenton. It's a shame about that gang that roams around there, the New Jersey legislature.
Ooh.
If we could get rid of
That's the only big danger in Trenton right now.
I'll be kind. And we're originally from Chambersburg, so our family, a lot of us are still here in the Trenton area and Hamilton, but things have changed.
Yeah, well, you can get that.
Diner, that's my call of the day.
Very good. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. We're talking about Jersey diners, and is the era of the Jersey diner over? Do you have a go-to that you still go to? 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number. 1244, fast traffic coming up.
Hi, it's Judi Franco. Top reasons to sell your watches to National Estate Jewelry buyers in East Brunswick, New Jersey. A, you want to upgrade to a newer watch. B, you could use some extra cash, and who can't? Or maybe you just want to sell it to them because National Estate Jewelry buyers are the experts to go to for all watches. These are the people. My friends at National Estate Jewelry buyers are amazing. They will get you the top prices for all of your diamonds, jewelry, watches, coins, and silver. So call today for an appointment, 732-257-GOLD. Visit them online at toppricesforgold.com or just walk in and tell Barry Judi sent you.
Denny Jude. It's the Dennis and Judi Show, performing all of our famous hits. So we're talking about Jersey diners, and if their era is over, or the summer's still holding strong and going strong, a lot of them face the pressure of increased costs to do business in New Jersey as it is, rising prices that can't raise the price of a burger too high, and then the next generation's not willing to step in and do the hard work it takes to run a restaurant, and then somebody's knocking on your door going, I'll give you $4 million to turn this into a gas station. Thanks, Mr. Wawa. See ya. Bill is in Lambertville.
Wait.
Yeah.
Breaking news. We have not ruined chopped liver for Shelby. Chopped liver is from beef liver. My mother made it. It was excellent. My father, on the other hand, grew up eating chicken livers, which my grandmother would bread and fry. That is what my mother fed us. chicken
livers.
livers.
That was big in the 60s and 70s for some reason.
Why?
Bill in Lambertville. Hi.
Hi. I think I'll pass on the liver, but I will say this. The best meatloaf around in a diner is the Salem Oak Diner down in Salem, and it's stuck in the 1950s time warp down there, but it is delicious. And what I found out about these other diners that are vintage diners, because I'm an architectural historic preservationist, so I go to all the older diners just to check them out before perhaps they get lost.
You drove all the way down to Salem to check that one out?
I have. In fact, I would go right now if someone wanted to go for the ride. But,
that's so cool.
Long story short is I've been seeing some of these older diners phase out, and then they get either torn down or some people have actually relocated a few. And one of them was in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. I went there, and I'm like, what happened to the diner? Well, somebody bought it, Diversified Diner Corporation bought it. They moved it to Ohio, of all places, to make an aviation museum with it. And then a guy I was working for in New England, he was chairman of Ford on their board of directors. He actually bought a diner and put it in his backyard. So luckily that one was saved.
Wow. All right. Very good. Thank you, Bill, for all the info. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Gary is in Bound Brook. Hello,
Just
Gary.
so you know, we have a little bit of a fight going on, controversy here, Dennis. Chopped liver is from chicken liver.
Not beef liver. All right. Gary, hi.
Hey, how you guys doing? You're the greatest.
Thank you.
Both of you. Okay. There's a diner in Washington. I think I put Hackettstown. I apologize. It's in Washington, New Jersey, up Route 31. It was put up there in 1941. It's still the same. Anything that wears out, they replace it.
It's
originally
the Route 31 Diner?
Route 31 Diner.
Yeah, love places. And it's Hackettstown, or what town is it?
Washington.
Washington.
Route 31. You'll find it's right on Route 31. On the right-hand side, when you get in, you'll see a ShopRite. Go up over the hill, and you're at the Route 31 Diner. It's unbelievable. They have pictures over behind the counter of them in 1941. It's the same.
I love places like that. And that's a beautiful
Me
part of
too.
our state, too. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate the call. We have time for Cass? I think so. Cass is on Route 78. Hi, Cass.
Hey, great to talk to you guys again. Thanks for taking my call.
Of course. What do you got?
All right, so I was born and raised in Newark, and I moved to Clark. But before I moved there, Manny's Diner, currently, used to be the Windsor Diner. They tried going upscale, did not work, converted back to Manny's Diner. And a point that you made about the newer generation, the young man that runs it, his father is the one that started the whole family business over in Union with the Manny's Texas Wieners. So the food is excellent. The food is excellent. And I got to tell you, it's a young man that's running it, and he has the passion for it. He really does.
That's great.
Very good.
That's so good to
And
hear.
another curveball for you is you were talking about the diners. I worked in the mid-'80s for the Coleman Dining Car Company. And I was lucky enough to work on a project of a diner that ended up going, I believe it was in Bethesda, Maryland. I believe, and I'm going back to like 85, 86. I believe they called it the Time to Rock Diner or something like that. And let me tell you, it's a lot of work, a lot of craftsmanship. And we shipped it down there in sections, and we would spend like 2 days at a clip working on putting it together. And what you were talking about moving the diners, I remember hearing that the company, before I joined them, actually took apart 2 diners that got shipped to Germany.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, they are iconic little structures. Cass, thank you so much. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. 12:56, more of the Dennis and Judi show to come.
So all of you out there, of course, know that Mike Lindell and My Pillow no longer have the support of their box stores or shopping channels the way they used to. They've been part of this cancel culture, so you know what that means. Anyway, they want to pass the savings directly on to you to thank you for your support. They're having a $25 extravaganza. When Mike started My Pillow, it was just a problem solution one product company. Well, since then, with the help of his dedicated employees, they now have hundreds of products. Some you may not even know about, like my slippers, which I'm wearing right now. They're amazing. So to get the word out, they're having a $25 extravaganza. Listen to this. 2-pack multi-use My Pillows, just $25. My Pillow sandals, $25. Their 6-pack towel sets, $25. Brand new 4-pack dish towels. You guessed it, just $25. And for the first time ever, the premium My Pillows with all new Giza fabric, any size, any loft level, even king size, just $25. This amazing offer will not last long. Kids, take advantage of this right now. If you've been thinking about it, get on this. Order now. Just go to mypillow.com. Use promo code Jersey. When you do, you will get free shipping on orders over $75 today. Do it now. Mypillow.com. Use promo code Jersey.
Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app, New Jersey, chime time. 109. Here now, Dennis and Judi. Thank you, sir.
Dennis.
Yeah.
Last time Big Joe played pickleball, you know what happened?
4 people died.
Why did I bring that up? Because Joe and I worked together at the last station I worked at so many years ago, which was an oldies station. Oldies 107.1 at the Jersey Shore. And in those days, the oldies actually involved the twist. The peppermint twist, twist and shout. What was the other twist song? Another one.
I think you got it.
Anyway, and every time Joe would talk up a song that mentioned the twist, he'd go, last time I did the twist, I killed 4 people. So you've modified it and modernized it, which I really appreciate. I'm sure Big Joe will also, because I asked you, are you a pickleball player? And then you answered,
last time I played pickleball, 4 people died.
I killed
4 people. I've never played pickleball. I know my friend Steve was like one of the first people to jump in on this 10 years ago. Pickleball, fastest growing sport in America. Yeah, okay, Steve. And now, fast forward 10 years, and it seems like everybody's playing it. There are pickleball courts everywhere, and even to like entice you to go somewhere like to this 55 plus community or resort, we have pickleball.
Yeah.
Pickleball
I know.
courts
My
open.
doctor said I needed brain surgery, and I was like, I don't want you cutting into my head. And he was like, we got pickleball. So I went.
Yeah, come to Sloan Kettering. We have some of the best world-renowned scientists, and we have a pickleball court.
So, yeah, it has gotten out of control, but I do feel like, Dennis, it's something that we need to talk about on the air because obviously all over New Jersey, you got pickleball freaks, pickleball addicts. I have friends who are playing, 3, 4. Some of my friends don't work, and some of them need a job. I will say this.
Yeah.
Because they got to play 3-4 hours a day, and it's insane. And I understand it because as soon as the first time I played, I was looking forward to playing again. And then the next time I played, I was like, oh, let's just keep playing a little while longer. Here's the thing. The reason that it is so addictive, or at least I shouldn't say so addictive, but so popular, I don't know why it's so addictive. It's so popular because anybody can play it. And so when there's a game that a grandma can play against a 7-year-old and it's physical, that's unique. That is unique. So we want to ask you, is pickleball a game you were not invited to? Have you dipped your toe in? Have you become addicted? And if somebody can explain, because I understand why it's popular. It's fun. It's great. It's a nice workout. I don't understand because I'm a tennis player. So I get it. It's fun. I love tennis. I'm good at it. I don't get why pickleball is addictive because tennis is fun. I don't have to play 8 hours a day. I can play 1 set, 2 sets, and then we're done for the day.
Isn't pickleball an abbreviated version of tennis? Tennis is hard because it's more running and more strenuous.
Right, tennis is harder.
So
It's
pickleball
faster.
is easier, closer up. You play with another person. It's not solo. It's no singles, right?
There are, but
There
it's
are?
skinny. You play on half the court.
All right, it's stupid. 1-800-283-101.5.
But my
Listen,
point is-
if you're physically active and doing
There's
what you
no-
love to do, I'm all for it.
But has there ever been, Dennis?
Yeah,
I know people who go to the gym and they're addicted.
right.
They got to spend 3 hours a day in the gym. I get it. The only other thing I've seen that is as addictive as the people are with going to the gym is pickleball. Basketball is not that addictive. Handball wasn't that addictive. Name me
I used to
a
play.
sport.
Remember when racquetball was big in the 80s?
Yeah, but I wasn't addicted.
Yeah, same here.
You played an hour here or there. You didn't feel like you needed to play every day. And if you could get 2 games in a day, you would play.
We did some investigative reporting, and it turns out pickleball is an arm of the Chinese Communist government. It's like
It was invented by TikTok.
TikTok. It's a TikTok way of getting Americans to go outside and be on these little courts while they send gangs of Chinese looters to your house.
Spies.
You
would know if you went home, you would know there was a looter there. You don't know if there's a spy there, bugging everything.
It's a plot by the Communist Chinese government. I don't know. I mean,
feels
like I
like
said,
it.
I'm a fan because it gets you physically active and you're outdoors and you're doing something. I think it's great. I've never done it. I don't know anything about it. It looks like a shorter version of tennis that you play with your old wife. And is the ball different? Is the racket different? Do I have to buy new equipment? Do I have to get an old wife? What's the deal with pickleball or picketball? And are the Chinese communists behind it?
In which case, we should all pick it and change its name to picketball.
Picketball.
And then instead of your paddle, you hold up a sign.
And you swap.
How about everybody paint on your sign, down with China? That way, it's all handy and all ready.
And it's got a dual purpose.
But seriously, Dennis, nothing has gotten us this. I haven't been this much pressured to do something since the COVID-19 vaccine.
Wow.
That's why I think we should rename it China Ball.
Since going to third base back in high school.
No, it's China Ball.
No, you said you haven't been under this much pressure since the COVID. You haven't been under this much pressure since somebody asked you to go to third base.
And I remember picketing about that as well.
Yeah. So what
I
is
held
it?
up a sign saying, "My mom will kill me."
What is the attraction here? And is it big in France? Is it big in Guatemala? Where are they? Where else aside America are they playing this?
Dan, if it's not big in any other country, then it is China.
Infiltrating and spying on us and hoping to take us down from within.
What is it? Somebody explain.
All right, Tom is in. I'll explain it to you after we talk to Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hey, hi, Dennis and Judy. I love you guys' show.
Thank you.
Always brighten my day when I listen to you guys.
Thank you.
I recently moved back up to Jersey because my wife's sick, and we've lived down in North Carolina for quite a while, and in the Asheville area. And pickleball is very popular down there, and it's been popular for a long time. I've been playing for I was down there 20 years, been playing almost the whole time.
Wow. Let me ask you a question about your wife's illness. Did you come back because she's sick for better medical care or to be around family?
Be around family.
Okay.
All my family's here in Toms River.
Gotcha.
Tried to. They're all locked into jobs. Police officers, teachers, the whole bit, and couldn't get them to move down there. I would have loved to, but better for her to be up here with her family. She's a short time left, so it's all better that way. But sadly, no pickleball here, and I'm a good player. But I couldn't play now anyway because my wife's sick. I got to be home with her. But I can tell you a lot about pickleball.
You don't find any pickleball in Toms River area?
It's I'm in a Holiday City area, and I can't believe they don't have it here. And
I'm surprised myself, Judy. Aren't you surprised?
And,
I can't believe it. How could they not?
I know.
And how could you live there?
I know. I mean, they're indoor. We had indoor down in North Carolina and outdoor, and I played all the time, every day almost. And the attraction to the game is a lot of attractions. First of all, senior places can get like 3 pickleball courts where there used to be a tennis court.
Right.
So it's a space, you get more, and then 4 people play. It's partners, 2 on each side, and it's very sociable game. And like you said, any age can play. You pick, especially Judi. You're a tennis player. You'll pick the game up really fast if you're.
Well, I did. I started playing, and I did notice that right after, like Chinese food, Dennis, and I think we're recognizing there's a theme here.
An hour later, you wanted to play again.
Yes.
Wow.
It's not a joke.
Yeah. It is.
And guess
addictive.
what?
And
I played with
don't know
all
if
my grandkids. Guess what? Played with my children, and my grandchildren. Nobody wanted to leave. Everybody was like, "Can we play?"
Oh,
my
it's a
10-year-old
plot.
grandson.
It's a
Can we
plot.
play one more minute? It is.
Yeah. Tom, we got to run, but best to your wife and best to you.
Oh yeah, hey, great topic. Thanks. You guys are great. I'll keep listening forever. Thanks.
Thank you, Tom. God bless you. All right, pickleball. Is it? Have you gotten caught up in the craze, in the addiction, or have you recognized that it's a plot by the Chinese Communist government to overtake us in some strange way? 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number. It's 190. Dennis and Judi show. Pickleball. What's the deal with pickleball? Is there a pickle? Is the ball shaped like a pickle? What's the deal with pickleball? Who are these people that play pickleball? I haven't played it yet. I've seen people taking over the tennis courts to make them pickleball courts, and it looks like fun, and I'm very happy for anybody who does anything active and outdoors.
I never saw anybody play it who didn't then say,
I love this.
I really want to play it again. Yeah.
Okay, so
nobody ever said, wow, what's all the fuss about? That sucked. Nobody ever said that.
Couple of basic questions.
Yeah.
What is the ball?
It's a wiffle ball.
Okay. Is it yellow or white?
It could be different ones.
Is it the size of a wiffle ball or bigger?
There's bigger holes in an indoor ball. But it's the same size.
Does it
you know
bounce?
what? I don't know how big a wiffle ball is. It's thicker than it bounces, yeah.
And can you let it bounce once like tennis?
Only in certain parts of the court.
I'm out.
Oh, okay. No, if you're playing net in pickleball, it can't bounce. But you don't have room for it anyway. If you're at the net, it's not like tennis. Even in tennis, if you're at the net, you can't really let it bounce.
Right. I don't know. I've never played this. I've never even seen it played.
No, but you played. No, but I'm saying like you're standing
I'm
so close
asking
to the
questions.
Ooh.
Same racket or a different racket than tennis?
No, this is just a paddle. It looks like a ping pong paddle, only bigger.
Is it
Not a
porous
racket.
like a racket, or it's
No.
a paddle?
Hard fiberglass.
Okay. Can you spank people with the paddle?
I've done it several times. And by the way, it's more addictive than the sport itself.
Piqued my interest now. Okay.
Just so you're aware, when we were in Florida, they had the Pickleball World Tournament in Orlando.
Oh, God.
And you know who came to play?
John
tennis-
McEnroe.
Yes. The tennis stars came because they wanted to see, like, could they be as good at pickleball?
I wanna know,
What's her
is
face
it-
came.
Was her face? Oh, she's out of retirement? Monica Seles?
No.
Billie Jean King?
No, the new one.
Chrissy
not
Everett.
people that are 100.
I don't know.
The Russian names.
Talova. Something Petrova.
Right. Ova. Karakova.
Karakova. 2 eggs over. I don't know.
Whatever. They brought all the
tennis people in.
Roger Federer and all these like tennis people and said, yeah, you think you're so good, try to play this. But honestly, it's much more interesting to watch because it's faster. Especially you're a hockey fan.
Yeah.
You know, tennis is great, and I love to watch it because I like to play.
Boom.
But if you don't like to play tennis,
Boom.
it's like, ba-dum, ba-dum,
Is it?
ba-dum,
I need to
ba-dum.
know. Is it popular in other countries, or is it an American thing?
I don't know. What am I, the freaking pickleball? I played twice.
Well,
I
then-
don't know anything about the sport.
Well, then
Call
shut
your
up.
friend Steve, the drunk. I mean, your friend Steve from Florida.
Thank you. Who has a healthy cardiovascular system from the alcohol that he takes. Jeff is in
It's
New York.
ping pong on a small
Yeah.
tennis court. That's all it is.
All right. Hi, Jeff.
Pickleball is a lot of fun. It's got some silly rules, though. You can't return a serve that hasn't bounced. So if you're in a good position and you can hit it on the fly, you can't do that to lose that point.
All right, makes sense. I can, because otherwise you're just slamming it right back in somebody's
Oh,
face.
now it makes sense now that Jeff is saying it. But when I said it, all you could do was mock it.
Well, when a man explains it and it's sport, it makes sense. When a woman is
You're
just
right.
like, I
You
don't
know what,
get
Dennis? That's the thing about mansplaining. It works in sport.
it. That's what I love so much about mansplaining.
The thing you have to watch out for is when you play with the younger guys, because the younger guys love to drill the ball. And originally, my understanding is that it wasn't supposed to be a power sport. It was supposed to be, basically technique and where you're hitting it, putting your spin on it, all those other things. But I'm telling you, I played against younger guys in their 20s, and all they're doing is shooting bullets back at me. So,
right.
You got to be careful who you play with.
All right, very good. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Judy, when was pickleball invented? You're going to not even get close on this.
I think it was the 50s.
Oh, wow, you're close. 1965. It was
I think I
invented
read about it.
as a children's backyard game in Bainbridge Island, Washington State. And in 2022, pickleball was named the official state sport of Washington.
You think, I've read about it too. You're the only person who reads about stuff?
Well, you said, what do I look like?
I'm
You look it
never-
up, so I'm
you're
looking
never
it
gonna
up.
Get close. You won't even get close. Only my drunk friend Steve.
Again, the man with the healthy cardiovascular system because of healthy ingestion
I love
of alcohol.
Steve.
I know.
He doesn't care that I do that, right?
No.
He doesn't care about anything. He's like living the life.
He's on permanent vacation and playing pickleball and golf all day and making love to his beautiful wife.
What more could you want?
I don't know.
The drinking helps, though. Let's be honest.
All right, pickleball, yay or nay? Are you addicted, or do you think, what is that?
Call us now. I'm taking a poll. We're going to start paying out D&J dollars towards our merch when you call in. Not now, but
Yeah,
someday.
we don't have the dollars or the merch yet, but trust me, this system will work to get you to call. It's 1:31. Judy, I thought we'd get more
Me too, I am
reaction to
shocked.
this. I guess you have to say, pickleball, stupid.
Yeah, that is what you have to do.
Now, I don't know. I have not had the opportunity to play it. Like I said, my friend Steve's been at it for 10 years. And now they're offering it as a bonus for everything. This new housing, senior citizen complex. And we have pickleball resort. And we have pickleball. The surgery center. And we have pickleball.
So,
ShopRite at pickleball.
And then they just had the World Pickleball. Wait, what was it called? Let me see. World Pickleball Tour Orlando Challenger. That wasn't even the one with the tennis, I don't think. There was one with tennis stars, and we saw them playing. But here's why I think what makes pickleball so corny and stupid is this. And I love pickleball, okay? But I will freely admit it's for old people who can't run around enough for tennis.
That's what I figured.
But here's how I realized and knew for sure that pickleball is like really cheesy. Some companies have tournaments, Dennis, that are combination pickleball or cornhole. And when you put pickleball in the category of cornhole, that's how you know it's really a stupid game. For instance, they're never going to put cornhole in the Olympics.
But I think they have it in colleges, and I think there's they've elevated it to where people have won.
Okay, well then I'm sorry. Then the world has to end.
Well, Judy,
we're nearing the end of this.
We've been close for a while
Cornhole is
now.
not a sport.
You're using.
We got to be ashamed of ourselves.
AIM?
This is TikTok, okay?
Yeah.
This is China.
I keep telling you, it's a plot by the communist Chinese government to take us over.
Hold on. Hey, Siri. Is there a professional cornhole association?
Yes. Here's what I found on the web.
The American Cornhole Organization ranks amateur and professional cornhole players.
Thank you. The growth of professional pickleball has attracted investors such as NBA player and evil person LeBron James, retired NFL quarterback Drew Brees, and entrepreneur Gary Vaynerchuk. This increased visibility has helped raise the sport's popularity in recent years. So it is serious, and it seems to be an American thing. I don't think other countries have embraced it yet. Fred is in, transgender operations for children and general wokeness. The rest of the world might adopt it. There's a purely American thing coming soon. Fred, South Brunswick, hi.
Hi. I'm 72 and a half years old. And I go to the senior center here in South Brunswick. We get about 20 people to show up. If I'm lucky, I'll get into 3 games. But most of it was fun just sitting there socializing with all the people waiting for the game.
Nice. So it's
I'm a lazy guy, and tennis is too much running around. And pickleball, you could just stand there and move a couple of feet one way, a couple of feet the other way, maybe get it back.
So it's really improves your quality of life.
Yes, that and listening to 101.5. What else?
Of course.
What else in life is there?
Are you single?
I'm married.
You're married. Does your wife play?
I've been married for 43 years, and it feels like 42 years.
Wow.
Bing. That's a joke. No, my wife.
Like I've been married for 7 years. It feels like 7 minutes underwater.
All right,
No,
so
she doesn't play. No.
All right, so you down there to flirt with the ladies?
They flirt with me.
Yeah, I'm sure you're a charmer, Freddie.
Yeah, I know. It's so sad that I have to say no to them, you know?
I love this guy. I love him.
God.
Thank you, Fred. Appreciate the call. See, it's for socialization, too. And like I said, he doesn't move. He doesn't have to move too much. Boom, boom, boom. But Jen, she's young and virile, and she plays pickleball in Philly. Now, Philly pickleball, does that involve violence and fisticuffs?
No, and don't even say it, because Tyrone told me yesterday.
Yeah.
He's so mad at that stereotype about Phillies people. He sent me the fight.
Oh, from
Did
San
you get the
Diego.
fight, Dennis?
Yeah.
So I said, okay, relax. He goes, and I'm tired of hearing about the Philly, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, you want to relax? Like, how defensive do you want to be? He's like, I get more mad about this stereotype than I do about stereotypes about black people. And I'm like, so we need like a Philly Lives Matter? He's like, yes.
Hi, Jen.
And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Philly people are angels. I'm sorry.
Jennifer, are you still there?
Yeah, I don't know about them being angels, especially on the pickleball court.
See? It gets nasty out there. Where do you play?
Well, I play right outside of Philly. It's a little suburb. I'd rather not say because at the moment, people are like up in arms. I mean, people are waiting in line. They're stacking their paddles for their next turn.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. A girlfriend of mine just took her paddle, okay, swapped it with somebody else's paddle because she wanted to play this better team, these better girls, because she wanted to play with people that were her level.
Right.
She got screamed at and reamed a new one in the middle of the pickle. What would happen over there, Jen, if somebody did that?
Oh, yeah, you can't do that. No. You're getting barked at. You're getting thrown out. I mean, it gets pretty ugly. And everyone's like, I mean, most people are, I mean, they're not young. When I originally started playing probably 8 months ago, it was like fun to show up. And now I go and it's a little scary. If you misstep or don't dive for the ball, they're screaming and yelling.
That's why I am not playing
Holy
except
crap.
for with family. Now that I'm playing, my friends are like, oh, good, now you can play with us. I'm like, I'm not playing with you.
just
I
for
want to keep all my friends.
Jen,
It's fun if you're going for fun. If you're with your friends and you're having fun and it's laid back, fine. But when people come and they're serious, it's a whole nother level. And
is it co-ed where you go? Is it co-ed?
Oh, yeah, it's co-ed, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a husband?
Yes, I have a husband, but he doesn't play. I couldn't even imagine him playing. It's a little dorky. Like, I mean, it can be very serious, but I mean, I'm a runner, so I mean, I think that's more serious than pickleball. And like I said, I picked it up for fun, something to do, kill some time, and then these people started getting really serious, and I'm like, I'm not staying an ankle over
Dennis,
pickleball.
these people are attacking this game like it's life or death.
And again, the Chinese Communist government's behind it.
Listen, Jen, I wonder if your husband's like mine. My husband says to me, I'll play with you, because sometimes we need a fourth. but I'm not moving. What do you mean you're not moving? I'm going to stand there. If the ball comes to me, I'll hit it. I swear to you, that's what he does.
Jen, you're adorable. Have fun. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate the call.
He's like, I'm too old. I'm not running. I go, oh, this is going to be fun.
I love it. I'm not moving. It's 1:44. We'll check fast traffic for you in just a few minutes. Now, when you're ready to downsize, Robert Dukansky, RE/MAX First Advantage, does more than just put a sign in your yard. Rob has superior marketing to sell your home for the highest price possible.
Gregory wanted to move to a 55-plus community to be closer to his daughter, but first, he'd need to sell his home in Piscataway. Just as soon as he hired the Rob Dukansky team, things really started moving.
There were 46 showings and multiple offers, and in no time, after only 15 days on the market, the property sold for $480,000. That was $15,000 over the $425 list price.
The way I do the math, it was $55,000, but I'm not that great with math.
I'm sorry. It was $55,000.
What can Rob and his team do for you, Dennis?
I don't know. Help my math skills improve? Check out his Your Home Sold Guaranteed program at robsellsnj.com.
I got a better one. What can Rob's team for you, Dennis? They could bring a calculator.
All right, it was $55,000. All right. Call the only agent we would call if we needed to sell our homes for sure, none other than Robert Dukansky.
That's right, 855-350-1015, 855-350-1015, or go online to robsellsnj.com or just Google Rob Sells NJ and start packing.
Dennis and Judi show, it's 1:51. We're talking about pickleball, the fastest growing sport in America. And it is an American thing. Invented in Washington State in 1965 as a backyard kids game, and it has exploded in the last decade and a half. And looking for any evidence of it in other countries, and I don't know, it hasn't spread there yet. But that I know of. I mean, it could be huge in Australia. I don't know. There's old people everywhere, so I guess it's going to take off. But I can't imagine the French like adopting an American.
Anything that we do.
Right.
They're just going to poo-poo anything we do.
Pickleball.
That's why they don't eat healthfully. That's why they eat all those rich sauces. Like, oh, the American, they like the good food for them. I like to eat anything going to make me die. I want to do the opposite of what they do.
Basically.
You understand?
Oui.
Oh, my son, listen to this. My friend goes into a bakery, brand new bakery. He goes, you sell coffee, and it's like a big part of your business, right? And the guy's like, just opening. So he goes, yes, why you ask? He goes, well, I was thinking, you only have the yellow stuff. I like the pink stuff, meaning Splenda or Sweet and Low.
Mm-hmm.
He says, why do you only have the yellow? Maybe you should carry the blue, the green, the pink, give people a choice. He goes, you know what? I'm French, so I do what I like, not what you like. He's the customer.
He's the owner.
The owner says this to the customer.
This is in New York?
Yeah. A brand new bakery. He's like, just a little tip for you. If you're going to carry coffee, have more than one choice of sweetener. I mean, is he wrong?
No.
You know what? I'm French, so I do what I like, not what you want.
But that mentality works in some
That's what it
places,
is. That's
yeah?
French people.
Andrew is in Jackson. You're on New Jersey 101.5. Hi, Andrew.
How you doing there?
Good. How are you there?
Did you ask the question?
Yeah.
Did you ask the question how they got the name pickle for pickleball?
No. Not interested.
But if you want to tell us, you can.
Not interested. I read it online. Not interested or
Oh,
interesting.
you're so mean. Let him tell his.
All right. How did I get the
thing he
name?
knows.
I'm not telling you now.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
I'll read it off the internet.
It's a boring game. It's for boring people, but it's not a boring game if you're not a boring person.
Who said it was boring? Who said it was boring? What are you listening to?
I'm hearing people talk about how old people play the game.
Yeah.
Well, that's
For
true.
young people.
It's for young people. Well,
You better know it's for young people and old people. But even old people have to move fast.
Okay. I've never played it. I've never seen it being played. I'm happy that people play it because they're active and they're outdoors. Someday I may play it. It seems interesting.
Okay, you're on my side now. I'll continue listening to you guys.
Okay, thanks, Andrew. I always wanted... Judy, how many times did I say that throughout the hour?
I think you started this hour saying anybody who plays pickleball is a moron.
No, I said happy that anybody's doing something active and outdoors. I've never played it. My friends play it.
And then you said, but you're all stupid.
No, I didn't.
And you said Chinese people are controlling your brain.
I did
think
say
I remember you saying
it's
that.
a plot by the communist Chinese government. Listen, if you're feeling old lately, go out and play pickleball. And then go see the folks at Trinity Rehab if you've got any sore muscles and achy joints. Trinity Rehab is unlike any place you've ever tried. No prescription needed to get started. Same-day appointments, fast results. They fix the pain instead of masking it. Done wonders for my back and my shoulder. Call Trinity Rehab today at 800-518-0977. Tell them Dennis sent you. Or you can go to trinity-rehab.com online. Ask about EPAT, cutting-edge acoustic pressure wave therapy that breaks up scar tissue, enhances healing, and frees you from pain fast. Most patients see results in 3 5-minute sessions. And not only is Trinity in network with Aetna now, they are also fully in network with Blue Cross Blue Shield. Call today for your same-day appointment. It's never been easier to go to physical therapy. Dozens of locations in New Jersey and PA, like Somerville, Howell, Wall, Piscataway, Somers Point, and now, back by popular demand, their Wyckoff location just reopened in the Boulder Run Mall. So you know there's got to be one near you. For more details, visit trinity-rehab.com. All right, Judy, that's it.
Forever?
No.
I'm sorry.
No, just for today.
Oh.
Just for today.
Okay, I thought you finally reached your level.
My limit.
Well, maybe that was a few years ago, actually.
That was 26 years ago. No, will be our 27th anniversary this summer, right?
Stop it. That's ridiculous.
I know.
I'm not that old.
Dubinsky and Doyle are next. I love you, Judy.
Love you too. Let's do it again tomorrow.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This has been the Dennis and Judi Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, Value City NJ, with 9 locations in New Jersey, or online at valuecitynj.com. Don't forget to check out the latest news and opinions from Dennis and Judi on our free app or NJ1015.com.
New Jersey 101.5.